I'm an orthopedic surgeon, and after operating on more than 12,000 seniors, I've learned something that most people never hear until it's too late. The world's most trusted exercise is quietly damaging millions of adults over 60. For decades, walking has been marketed as the perfect movement, good for the heart, good for the legs, good for lifelong mobility. But inside operating rooms, rehabilitation centers, and orthopedic clinics, we're seeing a completely different reality. Seniors who walk every day, some hitting 10,000 steps religiously, are arriving with inflamed hips, worn-down knees, and spines so compressed that every step feels like grinding sandpaper. And while these injuries look like accidents, they're not. They are predictable. They are preventable. And they are happening because you were sold a myth. There's a multi-billion-dollar industry built on convincing older adults that walking alone will protect their health. But new research from Harvard, Mayo Clinic, and international orthopedic journals reveals a truth far more powerful. There are 5 surgeon-approved movements that not only outperform walking, but actually rebuild your strength, mobility, and independence decades longer. Walking has been recommended for generations, and for good reason. It's simple, accessible, and better than sitting still. But after age 60, something changes inside the body that turns this once beneficial activity into a slow, repetitive stressor that many seniors are never warned about. The problem isn't walking itself. It's what aging does to the muscles and joints that make walking safe. As we get older, the cartilage in our knees and hips becomes thinner, drier, and less capable of absorbing impact. The synovial fluid that once cushioned every step begins to decrease. The tendons stiffen. The muscles surrounding the joints shrink by as much as 1% to 3% every single year if left untrained. Now combine those biological changes with taking thousands of steps a day that repeat the same impact pattern over and over. Instead of strengthening your body, this repetition amplifies weaknesses. The shock force concentrates on worn-down cartilage and unstable joints, accelerating damage instead of preventing it. This is why orthopedic surgeons across the world report a surge in seniors with knee arthritis, hip inflammation, and lower back compression even though they walk every single day. Walking supports heart health, yes, but it does almost nothing to rebuild strength, stabilize posture, or protect joints after 60, and that's exactly where the new science changes everything. Over the last decade, orthopedic and vascular research has completely rewritten what we thought we knew about senior mobility. Harvard, Mayo Clinic, and international orthopedic journals now agree on one thing: walking alone is not enough. And in many cases, it fails to protect aging joints, muscles, and balance the way we were taught. The new science shows that age-related decline doesn't begin with the heart. It begins with muscle loss, joint instability, and neurological slowdown. After age 60, the body loses strength twice as fast as it loses endurance. That means you can walk long distances while your stabilizing muscles weaken silently underneath you. It also means your posture collapses faster, your balance worsens, and your joints take on more load than they were designed to handle. Researchers now understand that healthy aging requires 4 things walking cannot provide: targeted resistance to rebuild muscle, balance training to prevent falls, postural strengthening to protect the spine, neuromuscular activation to keep the brain's motor system sharp. Walking, if there is one exercise that almost every senior overlooks, but every orthopedic surgeon quietly recommends, it's the wall push-up. Most people hear the word push-up and immediately think of military drills, young athletes, or high-intensity workouts. But the wall push-up is a completely different movement. Gentle, safe, joint-friendly, and one of the most powerful upper body strength builders for adults over 60. Why is it so important? Because aging doesn't weaken the legs first, it weakens the upper body stabilizers. These muscles are responsible for catching yourself during a stumble, pushing yourself out of a chair, supporting your spine, and lifting everyday objects. When they weaken, falls become more dangerous, daily tasks become harder, and mobility declines much faster. Studies from the American College of Sports Medicine found that seniors who performed modified push-ups 3 times a week increased their upper body functional strength by 34% in just 8 weeks, compared to only 7% in seniors who relied solely on walking. And unlike walking, which does nothing for the chest, shoulders, triceps, or upper spine wall push-ups, activate multiple major muscle groups at once. How to do it correctly. Stand an arm's length from a wall. Place your palms flat at shoulder height. Lean forward slowly, lowering your chest toward the wall until your nose is a few inches away. Then push back to the starting position while keeping your body in a straight line from head to heels. This alignment engages your core, improves stability, and prevents lower back strain. As you get stronger, simply step farther from the wall to increase resistance. No equipment. No floor movements. No risk of injury. Real-world results speak loudly. Margaret, a 68-year-old retired teacher, couldn't open jars or carry groceries without pain. After 1 month of daily wall push-ups, her strength improved so much that she regained complete independence. Strength in the upper body isn't optional after 60. It's your first line of defense against falls, fractures, and loss of mobility. If there is one movement that predicts whether a senior will maintain independence or require assistance later in life, it's the ability to stand up from a chair without help. That makes the chair squat not just an exercise, but a direct measurement of longevity, functional strength, and overall mobility. A major study in the Journal of Aging and Physical Activity found that seniors who regularly performed chair squats improved their sit-to-stand time by 43% and reduced their risk of long-term mobility disability by 38% over 2 years. That's because the muscles engaged in this movement, the quadriceps, glutes, hamstrings, and lower back, decline faster with age than almost any other muscle group. By age 70, untrained quadriceps can lose up to 40% of their mass, explaining why so many older adults struggle to rise from a chair, climb stairs, or get out of a car without using their arms. Chair squats specifically target these muscles while providing a safe, controlled environment that reduces fear and prevents injury. Sit at the edge of a sturdy chair with your feet hip-width apart. Keep your chest lifted, spine neutral, and arms crossed over your chest to avoid using them for momentum. Stand up by pushing firmly through your heels. The most important part of this exercise is the return. Lower yourself back down slowly over 3-4 seconds. This eccentric phase increases muscle engagement up to 10% more than a standard squat and is easier on the joints. This controlled tempo method has been shown by the National Institute on Aging to produce strength gains with less cardiovascular strain, making it ideal for seniors with heart conditions. Real-life results are equally dramatic. Robert, a 71-year-old grandfather who once needed help getting off his recliner, regained full independence after 3 months of daily chair squats. He now plays on the floor with his grandchildren and stands up effortlessly, something he hadn't done in years. Chair squats build the exact strength required for everyday life. Every time you practice them, you're training independence, confidence, and long-term mobility. Balance isn't just a skill, it's one of the most accurate predictors of health, independence, and even lifespan after 60. New research from the Mayo Clinic shows that adults over 70 who can stand on one leg for just 10 seconds have a 50% lower risk of all-cause mortality over the next 7 years. That's how powerful balance truly is. Why does balance decline so quickly with age? 3 major systems begin to weaken simultaneously: the vestibular system, inner ear, the visual system, the proprioceptive system, muscles proprioceptive system. When these systems lose coordination, simple movements like stepping off a curb or turning too quickly can become dangerous. Falls remain the leading cause of injury-related hospitalization in seniors, but the good news is that balance can be retrained at any age. Single-leg balance training strengthens the tiny stabilizer muscles around your ankles, knees, and hips, muscles that walking completely ignores. These small muscles react instantly when you slip, helping prevent sprains, fractures, and falls. Stand near a kitchen counter or sturdy surface. Lift 1 foot, 1 inch off the ground, and hold for 10 seconds. Switch sides. As your stability improves, increase the challenge gradually. Close your eyes. Turn your head left and right. Balance on a soft surface like a pillow. Extend your arms forward or upward. Each progression forces your brain and body to recalibrate, building stronger neural connections. A study in the British Medical Journal found that practicing single leg stands for 5 minutes daily reduced fall risk by 36% and improved walking speed by 12%. Walking speed is now considered the 6th vital sign of aging because it predicts cognitive health, cardiovascular health, and longevity. Dorothy, a 74-year-old who stopped leaving her home after a minor fall, regained complete confidence after only 6 weeks of balance training. She now leads weekend hiking groups. Your brain responds to balance training like a muscle. Every challenge sparks new growth. Improve your balance, and you improve your life. One of the most overlooked signs of aging isn't wrinkles, gray hair, or slower movement. It's posture. The forward bend you often see in older adults isn't just a cosmetic issue. It's a medical condition called age-related kyphosis, and it affects everything: breathing, digestion, balance, and even your risk of falling. A landmark study from UCLA found that seniors with significant forward posture were 47 times more likely to need daily assistance and had 44% higher mortality rates. That's because as the shoulders round forward, the spine collapses inward, compressing the lungs, weakening the core, and shifting balance dangerously toward the toes. The most effective way to reverse this isn't walking. It's the resistance band row. Walking does almost nothing for the muscles that fight gravity: the rhomboids, middle trapezius, rear deltoids, and deep spinal stabilizers. These are the muscles responsible for pulling the shoulders back, opening the chest, and keeping the spine aligned. When they weaken, the entire body tilts forward. Resistance band rows directly target these forgotten muscles. Secure a resistance band at chest height. Step back until there's gentle tension. Pull the handles toward your rib cage while squeezing your shoulder blades together. Imagine trying to crack a walnut between your shoulder blades. This cue ensures you're using your upper back, not just your arms. Studies published in the Archives of Physical Medicine and Rehabilitation show that seniors who performed resistance band rows 3 times weekly improved their posture by 2 inches and reduced chronic back pain by 58%. The improved posture also expands the lungs, increasing breathing capacity by 23%, which boosts energy, endurance, and overall vitality. George, a 69-year-old accountant, could barely stand straight after decades of desk work. After 2 months of resistance band training, people began asking him if he had gotten taller. Stronger posture isn't just about looking younger. It's about living longer, breathing better, and moving with confidence. Now that you've learned the 5 surgeon-approved exercises, here's how to combine them into a simple routine that fits any lifestyle and any fitness level after 60. You don't need a gym, special equipment, or long workouts. What you need is consistency. The 10-minute daily plan: 1 minute wall push-ups, 2 minutes chair squats, 2 minute single leg balance, 1 minute each side, and 2 minutes resistance band, rows. The 20-minute enhanced plan, same structure as above, but double each time interval, adds slower controlled movements for deeper muscle activation. Progress weekly by increasing range of motion, not speed. Weekly goal, practice these exercises 4 to 5 days per week. Rotate intensity so the body stays challenged without fatigue. 2 light days, 2 moderate days, 1 flow day with extra Tai Chi. This combination targets the exact weaknesses that aging creates and reverses them. In just a few weeks, seniors report easier walking, steadier balance, stronger legs, and noticeably better posture. For decades, aging was described as an unstoppable downhill slide, a process we could slow but never truly influence. But modern science has shattered that belief. We now know that age-related decline isn't inevitable. It's modifiable. With the right movements, seniors can rebuild muscle, restore balance, strengthen their bones, sharpen cognitive function, and even rewire their nervous system. Walking alone cannot do this, but targeted resistance training, balance work, postural strengthening, and neural activation can. These exercises don't simply maintain your abilities, they actively reverse the weaknesses that aging creates. They thicken thinning cartilage, strengthen shrinking muscles, improve blood flow to the brain, and enhance the body's ability to recover from stress and inflammation. The difference between slow decline and active rejuvenation isn't genetics. It's training. Every day you avoid these exercises is a day your muscles weaken, your balance fades, and your bones lose density. But every day you perform them is a day you reverse damage that once seemed permanent. Imagine getting up from a chair without struggling, walking without fear of falling, breathing more deeply, standing taller, feeling stronger, steadier, and more capable than you have in years. This isn't fantasy. It's what thousands of seniors experience after embracing this new science of aging. Your future mobility, confidence, and independence begin with the choices you make today.